All right, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. This is the third video in this series. In this particular video, we'll be looking at questions 8 and question 9 and of course question 10. So let's get right into it. Question number 8 is talking about fractions. One of my previous videos, and we've looked at how to solve questions relating to fractions, but let's just go over this one. Easy peasy, right? First and foremost, I would encourage you to change this to an improper fraction. This is a mixed number. It consists of a whole number and a proper fraction. We're going to change it to an improper fraction now. 1 times 4 will give us 4 plus 3. That gives us 7 over 4 minus 11 over 12. Then we look for our LCM. Our LCM of 4 and 12. LCM means lowest common multiple. What's the smallest multiple of both 4 and 12? And that is 12. So 4 in 12, 3. 3 times 7, 21. Our operator is minus. 12 in 12, 1. 1 times 11, it's 11. So we have 21 minus 11 as our denominator, which gives us 10. And our numerator remains 12. Are we done? Not quite. Because the question has asked us to give our answer in its simplest form. If we look at this fraction, we can still take it down to a lower one. And that is by dividing top and bottom by 2. So 2 here, 5. 2 here, 6. And this gives us 5 over 6. So our final answer for this fraction question is 5 over 6. Please don't be tempted to change this to a decimal. Remember, this is a non-calculator paper and you've been asked to leave your answer as a fraction. Okay, now coming to this next question here. This question is a transformation. How did I know? The question says so. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle T onto triangle U. That means, how did triangle T suddenly become U? Now, there are a couple of things to notice here. This particular type of transformation, the size has changed. Now, the only form of transformation that the size changes is an enlargement. So to work for your 3 marks here, you need to name the transformation. Here, because the size has changed, I know this is an enlargement. So I write that down, enlargement. All right. Now, what kind of enlargement is it? I'm sure you were kind of confused. It looks smaller. Yes, it is still called an enlargement. But now, because it became smaller, we say it is a fractional enlargement. Or we say that the scale factor is a fraction. Good. That tells us the other thing that is critical about naming this type of transformation. It is a fractional enlargement. But we don't need to say fractional enlargement. We only talk about the scale factor as a fraction. So what fraction is the scale factor? How do you identify your scale factor? Easy. You will look out for corresponding sides. Here, we have 2 boxes to cover this length. The corresponding side on U is here. How many boxes is it covering? Just 1. So 2 became 1. That means our scale factor is what? Half. But it is not just a half. If you notice, it seems that U has been turned upside down. What do I mean? You remember we are starting from T. The way T looks, this 2-piece portion is up. While when it gets to U, the portion that corresponds to it is down. So meaning it has been flipped. So not just being a fraction, it is a negative scale factor. So really the scale factor here is minus 1 over 2. We're almost there. We have worked for 2 of our 3 marks. The final mark that we need to work for here is the center of enlargement. When the transformation question is an enlargement, there are 3 key things to look out for. The name, it's an enlargement. the scale factor, and finally, the center of enlargement. Where is the center going to be? What you need to do is to identify corresponding corners of your shape. I know this tip here corresponds to this tip here, so I'm going to join them together. I would look for another pair of corresponding side. I think this here corresponds to this. I am going to join both of them together too. Now, notice that when I join the corresponding corners of the shape, the lines joining them or the rays joining them intersect here. So that means this is my center of enlargement. The coordinates of my center of enlargement are, here is 3 and that is 4. So center 3, 4. I hope you understand this. Okay. And finally, for this particular video, we are simplifying this question. Here is a question that is talking about indices. Now, first and foremost, you need to deal with the numbers. 8 divided by 4, that will give you what? 2. Now, when we have the same base and the powers are here and the operator between them is division, we subtract our powers. So t raised to power 8 divided by t raised to power 4 will mean t raised to power 8 minus 4, which gives us 4. So the correct answer to this is 2t raised to power 4. You need to deal with the coefficients first and then the variables. And since the variables are actually the same, we apply our law of indices. I hope you understand this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking till the very end. We'll go on to the next part where we'll be looking at this question. See you soon. Bye.